Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are looking to set up the VS Code to run Python and also how to connect it with GitHub to push our code for a proper change management. So for this tutorial, I am using a clean VM machine. This is a Windows 11 ISO file. And to just confirm that this is a clean machine, we'll just run the git version and Python version command. So as you can see, nothing is installed. So the step one in this tutorial is to install the VS Code. You can open any browser. Okay, let's just skip these things. Yeah, so you can just search for VS Code download. The website is code.visualstudio.com download. When you go to that web page, you can select the Windows 10 or 11 installation package. Once the download is complete, we can run the installer. We accept, next. You can create a desktop icon if you want, but please ensure the bottom two points, they are checked. And then just install it. Okay, so the installation is complete. We won't launch it as of now. The step two here is to install the Git. So you can just again open any web browser and search for Git download. The website we are looking for here is gitscm.com. Here for the Windows, you can just select the latest version. Okay, so once the installer is downloaded, we can open it. Click next. Please ensure that this one is selected, Git from the command line and also from third-party software. We can click next. Also for this one, please ensure that this one is also selected for Unix style endings. And that's it. With all the default settings, we can wait for it to install. And that's it. We don't want to view release notes, so we'll just click finish. Now, if you open your notepad, open your command prompt and search for git version. Okay, that is odd. We can restart it. Yeah, so if you restart your command prompt, you will see that the version 2.53.0 is installed. So that is the step two. For step three, we'll install the Python. So again, you can simply search for Python download, and the link we are looking for here is python.org downloads. Now, if you're using Windows, I would recommend not using the install manager. Instead, you can go for the standalone installer. So once it's installed, you can open it. Now the option we are selecting here is this one, add python.exe to path. Once you do this and you click on install. Okay, so looks like Python was installed. We'll just close this. We'll go back to our command prompt. As you can see, the Python version 3.14.3 has been installed. Okay, so now we can go ahead with the next step, which is configuring the Visual Studio Code. Before making any changes, we want to install a few extensions that will help us later. In the extension page, just search for Python. The extension we are looking for are Python and Pylance, but if you select this one, Python from Microsoft, and you install this, the Pylance will also be automatically installed. To confirm that, you can just search for Pylance, and yeah, this is also being installed. Okay, so the extension is installed. We'll just create a new file. We'll name it test.py. Let's save it on the desktop as of now. Now, before running it, what we can do is we can just press Ctrl plus Shift plus P. Here you can search for select interpreter. And here you can select the Python version which you have recently installed, which is this one. Now we can write any test code. For example, just click on run. And that's it. So the Python setup on our local machine is completed. Now we can run any Python programs here in the Visual Studio Code. And yeah, we are okay to move to the next step, which is configuring GitHub and also how to push our code to a centralized repository. So if you already have an account on GitHub, you can directly sign in. Otherwise, you can just create an account. Okay. You could have skipped this step if you already have a GitHub account, but here we are. Now what we need to do is we need to create our first repository. Let's name it Python codes. You can decide whether you want it to be public or private. Let's leave it public as of now. Let's initialize it with a readme, no git ignore, licenses, and create repository. Okay, so looks like our repository is ready. Now, before doing anything, the first task is to open VS Code and we will configure Git. This is a first time job, so yeah, let's do it. Okay, so the first command is git config global user.name and you can enter your name. Yeah, and the next is git config global user.email and you can enter your email address. These are the first two steps. Now we can go ahead, we can click on this accounts icon. And then you can click on sign in to use AI features. Then you can select continue with GitHub. It will ask for authorization. You can select continue. Okay. So we can see our account is connected. Now, what we can do is we can go to our repository, which we just created. We'll just copy this. We'll go back to the VS Code. We'll search for clone, not like this. You can type Control Shift P, and then you can do git clone. Then you can paste the link of your repository, and you can select a directory where you want to save the files locally. Let's just create a new folder here as of now. Let's open it, new window. Okay. You can say, yes, I trust the author. Now you can see that, one second. Okay, you can close this walkthrough guide. Now you can see that this is a repository and we already have a readme.md file here, which is present this also on our repository. You can click on view and you can say view a terminal. Let's have it here. Let's close this here. And when you search which branch you are in, it should say that you are in main branch. Now, as part of change control, we don't do any changes in the main branch. So we'll try to follow those practices here. So what we'll do is we'll check if there are any changes. We'll run git status. Everything is clean. There are no changes and we are in the main branch. So if you run git checkout -b test, it will create a new branch, which is a test branch. And now you can see we are in the branch test. Now here you can make any changes. For example, in the Python codes, if we just create a file and we name it test.py, we print hello world, we run it. And yeah, the hello world is there. Okay. And we can even save it. So now, if you see, of course, there won't be any changes because every program is being run locally as of now. But if this time we run git status, we can see that a new file was created, which has not been committed yet. So what we'll do is we'll run git add test.py. And after that, we have to commit this. Before committing, you can again check the status. This red would have turned to green, that this file is already added and it is ready to be commit. What you can do here is that git commit, you can write a message. My bad. Git commit -m. This is a test file. Now, once you commit this, you have to push the change. You can write the command git push set upstream origin, and after that you can just enter the branch name, which in our case was test. Okay, it's asking for sign in. Ideally it should not, but let's authorize again. Okay, so it's done. So here you'll see a link for a pull request, which is this one. If you open this link, you will see that a pull request is created. This is the message and these are the changes. A new file has been added. We create the pull request. There are no conflicts, so we can directly merge this. And once it's merged, we are okay to delete the test branch. Now, if you go back to your repository and if you refresh it, you will see the test.py file is present. So this is how we maintain the change management process, and this is how we push the code to the GitHub. Now, if you go back to this, we are currently in the test branch because we deleted the branch from the GitHub, but locally it is present. So what we'll do is we'll just check out from this. So we are back in our main branch. We'll do a pull to get a fresh copy. And that's it. If you want to delete it locally, you don't want it to hover around, you can simply run the command git branch -t and test. And that's it. Now, if you run git branch, you are in main. If you run git status, everything is clean. So the same process we followed in the start, you can create a new branch again. You can write your code. It won't affect your main branch until you push it, commit it, and add it. And that's it. This is how we configure the VS Code to run Python, and also how to push the code into a centralized repository. In the next few videos, we will be learning Python and we'll pushing the code to a centralized GitHub repository to keep track of it. And I'll see you in the next one. Keep defending.